Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another First Impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Witch and 100 Knight. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to be saying, what the hell is up with that title? Because it's not a very common title, is it? The Witch and the 100 Knight? It would be something if it was the 100th Knight, as in Knight number 100, but it's just, or 100 Knights, as in 100 Knights. Like, the 100 Knight part is just so weird. But yeah, that is exactly the title. There is no mistype or anything like that. And this is a title that was sent to me by NISAmerica, and I know that I'm already kind of like making fun of the game's title, but to be completely honest, it's not intentional. It's just something that I've myself struggled quite a bit to comprehend. But yeah, basically the name of my character is 100 Knight, and that is why the game is called Witch and 100 Knight. So you are the 100 Knight, and you were summoned to this world by the witch, the Great Witch of the Swamp, Metalia, if I remember her name correctly. And you're supposed to basically expand her influence. Basically, the witch Metalia cannot survive outside. Well, I'm not sure if she can't survive or if she won't, but basically she can't leave unless there's a swampy area for her to be in. So you're spreading the influence of her swamp. That is kind of like the overarching story of the game, so to speak. You're basically a minion. You don't have much of you can't even speak really. You can just kind of like express yourself. You can express yourself in 4 different ways. You can question, ignore, affirm, or deny. But yeah, that stuff is all how should I put it? It is not necessarily a big part of the gameplay, the way that you express yourself. There are sections where during dialogues and whatnot you can decide what you can do, but I'm not exactly sure what happens if you choose different options. It seems that the story will just kind of plays out regardless. Maybe you'll get debuffs or something, but so far I haven't had anything really bad happen to me in those situations. Anyways, what is the gameplay like is what a lot of you guys are going to be wondering. And for starters, let me just pick up this thing. This is actually a new mechanic that just got introduced for this level. This is the second act, first chapter, I want to say. And I just got this mechanic introduced, which is whenever I see something shining, I can press circle to go ahead and pick it up. So the way that you play this game is basically control your character with the left stick. You can also control the camera, even though it's not particularly useful because this is like the limit of what you can control it. All of the combat is real time, so you could almost think of this as an action RPG, which is something that I don't think I've seen a whole lot coming from NISAmerica, to be honest. Usually they tend to do more stuff like turn-based and that kind of thing. But this game kind of feels almost like if Diablo got a crossover with this Gaia. That's kind of like the way I feel, particularly if you listen to the soundtrack. I think that those of you who know this Gaia will see a lot of similarities with the soundtrack. So how do the attacks work? Because once I get into combat, it's going to be a little bit hectic to explain. I would like to explain that beforehand. So the combat works by you press the square, your character attacks. Now you've seen me do this combo attack, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. And this combo attack is completely changeable. So basically what happens is you attack once with each of the weapons that you own. So basically, if you notice here, I will do 5 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you notice, it was like 3 staff attacks. So 1, 2, 3 staff, then a spear, and then a hammer. And if we go over to my equipment, you will see rat staff, spear, and hammer. So basically this is going to be your combo. This is where you build your combo. You have a multitude of weapons. So like for instance, if I was to change this rat staff by a sword, you will notice that my first attack is now going to be a sword swing. And it would then resume the next attacks with staffs. Now the reason why I have staffs is because actually there was a pretty big jump in difficulty from the level that I was at to this particular level. And it seems that the monsters in this level are more vulnerable to staff attacks. So I'm kind of focusing my attacks mostly on staffs and hoping that that's going to pay out. You can also dodge by pressing X. You can also block by pressing L1. And besides blocking, you also have a new mechanic which just got introduced to me, which is you can have multiple facets. These facets basically give you different types of bonuses. I'm not sure if I can actually show you the bonus of each facet. Oh wait, there's a status screen. This should say it, right? Yeah. As you can see here, we have these two facets. The one that I'm using right now is the sub-facet of Power Fortress. And, oh, actually, it doesn't really say the bonuses, does it? That's a damn shame. But anyways, supposedly the Power Fortress has a lot more attack and defense, whereas the regular one is a lot more well-rounded. Now, the thing about these two things is that they level up in different ways. But anyways, I'm complicating things a little bit too much. Let's just get into the action. So this is one of the enemies. As you can see, it says here that my attacks are very effective, which is the reason why I switched over to staffs. Because these guys are actually, they pack a punch. If you notice there, he hit me once. He took a nice chunk of health. Now, there's another mechanic in the game, which is, did he die? Oh, he died from poison, because the rat staff is actually poisonous. But there's another mechanic in the game, which is the consume mechanic. This allows you to consume your enemies to gain specific bonuses. Like you can gain a lot of the stuff that shows up on the top left corner, basically, is all I'm going to say, because there's a lot of stuff up there, isn't there? So let's get rid of this guy. Oh, I really like staff attacks. It's like a whole new game against these guys. Because I was just using, like, regular melee weapons. Ooh, mystical dodge! This is something that happens every now and then when you do a perfect dodge. And whenever you do perform a perfect dodge, basically you get a little bit of a slow-mo action. Oops, that was a mistake. Okay, let's consume this guy. This is another mechanic that happens, which is if you get someone very close to dying and not actually kill them, you can consume them. And consuming them actually recovers some of your health. It recovers some of your attack points. Attack points allow you to cast special attacks. So like, for instance, if you guys notice over there beneath my hit points, you will see that there's another bar that says AP. Those are the special attacks. If you press triangle, my character supposedly will perform a special attack, like so. Of course, I was a little bit too far. Ooh, I want to dodge that. I'm gonna handle these two guys. It gets really challenging at this particular level. It was like before this, it was pretty much button mash fest almost. Okay, I need to consume someone. And it's, oh damn it, I was gonna consume that guy, but he died on me. I can consume this one though. No, 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 no. So we're going to be eating him. You have to spam triangle when you do that. And that is also going to recharge, if you notice that number up there on the upper left corner, that like 83 right now. That is your G-Cals, which is something I haven't fully understood yet, but I think it has something to do with the witch's influence in the world. What that means is that basically the witch that summoned you, the swamp witch, the great swamp witch, I have to say, you always have to say the great swamp witch. But anyways, the great swamp witch, she has limited influence, and the more you like use abilities and the more you distance yourself in the world and doing exploration and all that, the more that thing goes down. Wow, this, like I said, this level has been really, really hard. But the more you distance yourself in the world and the more you do exploration, the more that thing decreases, which is why you have to constantly consume stuff. But it's not just like, oh, so you basically consume a bunch of monsters, that's it. No, there is a limit to the number of monsters that you can consume, because whenever you pick up items, they don't actually come to like an item bag or anything. I have items here right now, but these are not items that have been picked up in this particular session. When you pick up items, they actually go to your stomach. Don't ask me why, I don't know either. But if you check the contents of my stomach, I've already consumed, I think, what, 2-3 monsters this session? Basically, whenever you consume monsters, you get garbage on your stomach. And if you fill up your stomach, you cannot pick up any other items in the level. So you want to keep that in mind as you consume monsters, because like, yes, it will increase the duration of your G-Cals and all that, and will allow you to stay longer in the world, but it also fills your stomach with garbage, and then you won't be able to pick up new items. I really need to rotate the camera here. These aren't being that effective on this particular mob. Don't tell me you're going to make me switch items just to kill you. As you can see, this particular attack is not being effective on that monster, which means I'm going to have to switch my equipment around. Let's just do, I don't know. I don't even know what this guy will be vulnerable against, but we'll try double sword, see how that works out. Oh, he's actually good for consumption. Well, I don't want to eat him, though. Don't really need to. What's this? Let's get this guy out. Oh, damn it. Now we have another one of these. I'm going to have to switch equipment again. It does get a little bit... I mean, this is mostly because the level that I'm playing right now is really, really challenging. So that's kind of why I'm trying to switch to counter match my enemies. But yeah, there's definitely that whole thing of like this enemy is vulnerable to this and another enemy is vulnerable to something else, and you need to like counter them if you want to achieve maximum effectiveness. Now the bad part about all this is the fact that like monsters respawn, which is why you want to keep like your objectives in mind whenever you're playing through the game, because like right now my objective is to find these pillars, which will hopefully allow me to get like a checkpoint going or something. Let's consume something. Oh, what the hell just happened there? Oh, I did a special attack instead. Anyways, looks like we just found a lost frog staff, which is a good thing. And mystical dodge. Man, I am beasting it right now. You can also block, like I've mentioned. It's just I usually try to dodge a lot more than blocking. Seems more efficient to do things that way. Also, whenever you kill monsters, your energy seems to regenerate somewhat. Not 100% sure if that's the case. There's going to be chests throughout the world that will give you loot. In this particular case, weed gum is... Oh, damn it. This is one of those guys that's actually tough against magic. Let's switch our equipment a little bit here. Let's go. He wasn't that vulnerable against slashing either, so let's try some blunt action. Some blunt force trauma. Let's go double shoddy hammer to the face. Nope. Oh, that's a trap. I got poisoned by the trap. That's bad. Come here. Why are you running away? I know that that particular snail is vulnerable to blunt. You can also lock on if you're having trouble, you know, targeting your enemies. And let's make sure to keep dodging this guy. Okay, blunt is not effective against him, but we need to take care of this magic caster. Wow, lots of damage incoming from all over the place. See what I mean? The game gets challenging really, really fast once you go through the first act. Okay, there's 3 of these now, so we probably want to switch equipment again to rat staffs. If you don't like this mechanic of switching equipment, I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to have to do it throughout the whole game. As a matter of fact, I barely had to do it in the first act, if I'm to be completely honest. But on the second act, it's been insane. Okay, we're really low on health here. Let's go ahead and pop some weed gum. Have another one. Let's also consume this guy for good measure. Nom 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 nom. That's also going to give us a little bit more of G-Cals, which as you notice, they are decreasing. And unless you teleport back to the witch by the time the G-Cals run out, you're going to be in some trouble. Because you're going to I think it counts as you dying. And if you die, you lose the contents of your stomach. Which, considering, if we look at our stomach right now, I think I have that staff weapon there that I would very much like to keep. It would be a really bad thing to get teleported back to the witch. So now you guys might be wondering, so why don't you just, you know, play for a little bit, teleport back to the witch, and then go back to make sure that you always get the items that you want. And there's also a reason behind that, because there's a mechanic in this game called the bonus mechanic, which those of you who have played this guy are probably going to be familiar with this. This is something very similar to something that takes place in this Gaia series, which is it rates your combat performance, and according to how much bonus points you made throughout your combat performance, this can be done by chaining combos together or whatever, it is going to give you rewards based on those points. So you want to stay in the level for as long as possible to accumulate as much experience as possible, because that's going to give you rewards that you will be able to claim at the end of that level. Now the thing is, it's not easy to just stay on a level forever, because as you can see, you will have to consume monsters, you will have to do a whole bunch of stuff to extend your G-Cal duration. Aw, damn it, 2 of these. But you also need to find these things, these pillars that are spread out throughout the level, which I haven't found any yet. You can also run, by the way, I haven't said this yet, but it's basically the same button as dodge, except it expends your stamina really, really fast. And your stamina is represented by that yellow circle that you see around your character. And if you run out of stamina, you're basically screwed. Now, we haven't found any pillars yet, because at this point, I would just go back to base without even having any rewards. Simply because I want to make sure I get that staff, even though we're going to get less rewards out of the whole... Okay, I really need to start using lock-on a lot more. Particularly for these range attacks, because lock-on is just so useful. Get killed, son! I'm going to consume you, because I'm running really, really low. Consume! I was running really low on G-Cals there, so I needed to consume something, so you'll notice my G-Cals... Oh crap, this guy came out of nowhere. Get killed! Is he not affected by poison, or what the hell is going on? You'll also notice that every now and then you will see grade up. And you'll notice that right now I'm in grade 5. This means... Oh! There's a pillar here. This means that basically I can spend points and get more stats. What the hell? Was it these guys that attacked me with that? They're really low on G-Cal. Let's spend some points here, get some G-Cal, get some more hit points. So as you can see, this will raise my hit points. You can also raise your AP, you can raise your attack. This is only temporary though. It is only for the duration for which you play this level. So it's kind of like the longer you stay in the level, the more bonus points you accumulate, the better stats you can have while you're doing this level. Oops. I just boosted my bonus points instead of G-Cal recovery. Damn it. That is not what I wanted to do. I need G-Cal and I need it bad. Because if I don't get G-Cal, pretty soon, I'm going to have to go back with my tail between my legs, because if you notice there, the G-Cal at the very top is at 18%. Wow, not just that, but I'm taking a beating. I might just die if I'm not careful. Okay, that's it, we're running. We're getting the hell out of here. Bye. Just take us back to base. And guys, we'll notice now that, yep, stage is clear. And now it's going to tell me how much XP I've obtained. It's also going to give some XP to my sub-facet, which is going to level a lot faster than the master facet because it's very, very low level. And it's going to give me some of these bonus items. In this case, 2. And it's also going to give me all the stuff that was in my stomach. And there was a ton of garbage in there. And it is going to teleport me back to the witch's house. Now, some stuff also happens at the witch's house, like you will get dialogues in regards to the storyline and all that, which hopefully I will show you guys some of that right now. Supposedly there's supposed to be English voice acting in the game as well as Japanese. However, for whatever reason, my particular version of the game only has the Japanese dialogue in. So I can't actually listen to English voices. I don't know, maybe that's just because the game hasn't released yet, and maybe they'll need to patch it, because the game only releases in Europe on the 21st of March. And I'm playing this on the 15th, so I don't know exactly what's up with that. Anyways, this is like the... I'm not sure if you can see this map, can you? No, there's no map here. But this is the witch's house, if you guys will notice here. And as you can see, it's a very swampy area. And that is... Oh, look, there's actually a bonus item here. Nameless egg has been acquired. Why, thank you. There's also another item here. I'm not exactly sure what item I picked up there. But let's go into the store. Wow, there's items all over the place in here. Like I said, I just got this particular mechanic, so I couldn't see these items before. But let's go into the store. We have a store here. And if you notice, there were 2 options there. There was an option to raid and there was an option to visit. I'm going to get into that a little bit further on. Let me just go ahead. Sell some stuff. I need to get rid of, ooh, this is new. Rage, Finite, Muddy Shroud 1. Optimistic Shroud. Whoa, this is really good. This Optimistic Shroud thing. Which is good because we need some decent items. Now, I don't know exactly what all of these items do, but I do know that this one sucks, the garbage. So you can actually select garbage in bulk. It's like they thought of that, huh? Because your stomach's always going to be full of garbage and you want that stuff cluttering your inventory. And then we'll just sell that stuff, which should take care of that. But yeah, as you can see, there is an option to rate here. And if you notice, it will tell you the level of that particular house. My level is represented on the top left corner. It says right there, level 9. And the level of this house is 17, which means if I try to raid this house, it's probably not going to work. It's going to do a calculation based on your level and the level of the house and whatever other magical numbers get input in there. But if you do manage to successfully raid this house, you're going to get the treasure that says there, Lewd Wolf Staff. Also, apparently people inside a house become more friendly towards you if you raid it successfully. If you raid it unsuccessfully, however, obviously they're not going to enjoy it all that much, now are they? Let me just go ahead and save. You can only save on this thing over here, which is the Record Fairy. So you always want to save whenever you come back from doing anything on a level. And now let's go inside the house just to see if there's any cinematics that I can show you. Hopefully no spoilers, because if there will be spoilers, if there will be story spoilers, I'll be sure to cut those out of the video. Oh, there's actually nothing happening. When there's something happening, there's an exclamation mark next to the room that we're supposed to go to. So, fortunately, not going to be able to show you any of those for now. But I do want to visit one of the earlier levels so that I can show you what happens when you actually raid a house. Let's see. Let's go to this level. It should be easy enough, I believe. This is a level that we've already completed, but you can go back and farm those levels if you want. You can go back and try to get more bonus out of those levels. And as a matter of fact, it kind of seems that it might be necessary, because maybe if I farm a little bit on earlier levels, maybe that's going to make things a little bit easier for me on the level that I'm at right now, which, as you guys could see, I was struggling quite a bit. And once again, as you can see, there's the pillars here. This is the last pillar that I activated on this level. I believe that you can navigate between the different pillars of the level. Yeah, you can. So let's go. Where is the village? I know that somewhere in here there's a village. I think I know where it is. Okay, so let's go to this one. And here we go. It is now going to teleport me to one of the other pillars. These basically act as waypoints and as checkpoints. I mean, just so that you guys get an idea of what I was talking about earlier, that enemies were a lot easier. I mean, as you can see, I basically got in here and just laid the smack down. No problems whatsoever. This was the way that I was playing before I got to that other level, and then it got really challenging, which, to be completely honest, I'm happy about the fact that it got a lot more challenging than it was. But anyways, let's go into a village here. As you can see, you can also have interactions with the characters, which tell you a little bit more about the story of the world and all that stuff. Lady Malia, she's one of the characters that we've already interacted with. When I grow up, I want to be a witch. And here is a house that I haven't raided yet. This is a store, and as you can see here, this is actually a level 6 house, but when I came here, I think I was level 4 or something. So I tried raiding it, but it never worked out. Now I'm level 9 though, so the raid should go just fine, and I should obtain a blue sword too. So I'm going to raid this, and here's what's going to happen. Family Treasure Blue Sword 2 acquired. And this house is now under witch domination. Now, for most houses, what that means is, like, I can go inside the house and rest. Oh, there's an item here. Oop. As you can see, there's no longer any treasure in here because I already raided it. But if I visit it, supposedly, it usually gives you like a random bonus or something. Houses that you've previously raided. The 100 Knight takes a trophy by force. So I got some weed gum, which is actually a healing item. But most of these houses I've already raided, so it's not that much fun to just come out here and raid them. I just wanted to show you guys a successful raid. Anyways, I assume that now probably the prices are going to be better on this particular shop. Not that it matters anyways. Let me check out something. There's something else that I want to tell you guys about the items. Not the items, the equipment. Because you guys will notice that on each of the items that I have here, there's going to be a number, there's going to be a symbol right there beneath type. It's not just about the name of the item, there's also a symbol there which has a certain number of circles. So if you notice, the first one, the rat staff, has 5 circles, then the other one has 3 circles, And now, if you guys notice, if you actually order these things, because each item has a different number of circles, you can see it now on the bottom right corner. If you actually order them, you can get bonuses. So like for instance, I will use that Lost Frog Staff because it's just one circle. Then I will get an item that's got 2 circles, which I believe is going to be a hammer, right? There's a shoddy hammer. I have also a shoddy hammer over here. Let me just unequip all this. So if we go to the red shoddy hammer, that's got 2 circles, so we put that there, and you notice there's going to say chain. So that's going to like increase the bonus damage that you're going to be doing in your combo. Now if I go to number 3, I believe I also have a rat staff that's got 3 on it, which is this one. Boom, that's going to increase the chain even further. Now a really good thing would be if I had an item that had a 4 on it, which up until this point I don't think I found a single item that's got 4 circles on it, which is very, very frustrating because it's like I'm missing that one link in the chain. But I do have another item with 2, which is another hammer most likely. Yep. So we can go here and then we can get another item with 3. Let's get one. I already had the rat staff with 3, so I can either have a hammer, a rubbish sword, or a spear. Okay, I'll get the spear. And as you can see, this like chains up. So I have 2 chains going, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 and 3 afterwards. And having these things in order is going to increase your damage the more you chain your combo together, basically. The problem is, like I said, I'm missing something with 4 circles. If I get an item with 4 circles, it's going to be really, really good. I also need to unequip these protectors because I think I have some better stuff now. Defense POW 17, and then we had one with defense 4. Items also level up, increasing in power, I believe. Oh, actually, it seems that these are pretty much in the same. There we go. And this should mean that we are now a lot more powerful. Oh wow, that staff actually shoots 3 bullets? That's neat. Anyways, I'm gonna go to... Wow, I just killed a bunch of people there. Because screw you guys, that's why. Anyways, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Return to world map. Again, is going to give us whatever bonuses we have for the stuff that we killed while we were in this level. Which was not all that much. And we're gonna go back to the level that we were previously. I just wanted to show you guys the whole mechanic of raiding houses. Now, boss fights actually are a little bit more original, even though I can't really show you a boss fight because I've killed all the bosses, and right now I actually need to progress through the game to get to the next boss, and that actually takes a while considering the difficulties that I was having on the previous level. But boss fights actually take a different aspect from fighting these regular monsters because they have 2 bars. They have a stamina bar and a health bar, and their stamina bar is basically like a defense bar, so you have to pay attention. When their stamina bar goes down, that is when you attack. And the problem is, when their stamina bar goes down, usually means they're charging up a really big attack. So you get like a very small window there to attack them before they get to you. Wow. These guys still do a ton of damage. They're so annoying. Flower maidens, I hate them. Take that. And that. This staff is really good. It might be hardly effective, but it seems to be knocking you guys to a pulp. Hey, where you going? You should be running from me. Oh, you got a bunch of crits now, did you? So, basically, I think that by now you guys get a pretty good idea of what the gameplay of this game is. Whoa! What the hell was that attack? That wasn't even a special attack. That was just part of a combo. Let me see the combo again. Oh, that was insane. So basically the more you do these chains, like the attack at the end of the chain is going to become just a lot more powerful. I gotta be careful about this guy. I know that he's vulnerable to magic, which is why I'm kind of just chaining the first attack together. These are anima, and these can be used to get you some more upgrades when you go to the witch's house. They have a mechanic in the game which is called the bucket list. I know, it's really weird, but oh, looks like we do get a cinematic here. If it's a story spoiler, I'll remove it, so don't worry.
いつだ。面白いものが見られそうだぞ。ここになかなか見つからないものだな。そもそも火曜カエルなんて図鑑でしか見たことがないのに、こんなことをしていて本当に見つかるのか。あいつらの回復を待って探索を手伝ってもらえばよかったな。
くそ、ここはどこだよ。トトペペの野郎がいねえと道がわからね
え。あいつさっきまでいたのにどこに行きやがった。
お前たち休んでいたのではなかったのか。
ビスコール様、それがですね、
面白いものが見られたな。よりにもよってこの私をゲロクソ女と間違えた挙句、沼の魔女のことをバカにしやがって。どうやっていじめてやろうかと思ったが、このまま見てるだけでも楽しい。
Okay, so I skipped a little bit through that because there was a lot of dialogue there, but you guys could get a general idea for the type of cinematics that you can expect. Also expect a lot of mature language in this title, which I know it was a little bit surprising to me too, but trust me, there is a lot of mature language in this title. So bear that in mind. Oh, he actually dropped an anima. Why, thank you very much. Also, the story so far has been really funny. I just have to say that because sometimes I don't get into stories all that much, but in the story of this title, I've actually been having a lot of fun. The thing is, I don't want to spoil it too much for you guys, which is why I don't want to tell you too much about the story. Like I said, the basic storyline is you're helping out this great swamp witch to expand her influence by breaking down those pillars and spreading the swamp. That is the one thing that allows her to move around through the world. But she doesn't really look to the means to achieve her ends. She does not care. And she is also very, very sadistic. She is a witch after all. Let's go ahead and consume this real fast. Get ourselves a little bit more of those G-Cals, which as you can see was at 72%. Damn, this guy got us. Ooh, mystical dodge, what a beast. Die. Interesting, it seems that one of my attack puts them to sleep. Not exactly which one that is, but I like it. But man, this frog staff, it's beast. Because if I can just keep spamming my #1 attack, because you don't always have to do your combo, you just have to focus on whatever happens to be the most effective thing. And right now, my #1 attack is just beastly. Look at this. It's insane. And I really do like the mechanic that it's got of the whole thing. Like, the longer you stay in the level, the more you get rewarded. Because it does require you to balance out the way that you're doing skills. Although I haven't really used the facet changing skill all that much, I believe I'm probably going to enjoy that a whole lot when I actually level my sub-facet. Because, I mean, I could switch to my other facet right now, except the thing is, this facet is grossly underleveled. Oh, this is actually a named monster, by the way. If you guys notice, it's got the whole red thing on top of his... Oh yeah, I ran out of stamina there, gotta be careful. It had a red demon symbol next to its health. Wow, this facet is just not dealing enough damage. We need to switch again. Let's get the hell out of here. Dodge out of the way. There we go. Still not that great. Whoa, lots of great hits there. Come on. Take that, you fiends. Also got to pick up that item that we left back there. I really do like this gameplay, I have to say. But then again, that's probably because it's a mix of two games that I really like. Even though I haven't played that much of this guy, I do appreciate it when I play it. but I have played a lot of like action RPGs, so I do enjoy these mechanics that they're putting in front of us. Now, it is all a matter of whether or not you guys enjoy these mechanics, like the whole scoring mechanic, which rewards you for staying in the level longer, the mechanic of having to consume monsters in order to remain in the game. Let's eat some here real fast. Also, I gotta check up my grade because I might as well just get my hit points back up. We got grade 6 right now, so if we do... The thing is, I would like to find the next pillar as opposed to keep running back for the same pillar. I'm gonna consume this guy too, by the way. If I manage to land the consume, that is. I would very much like to find the named monster that we found before. You gotta really manage your stamina though, because I messed up earlier and ran out of stamina and your character just sits down. Like, for instance, let me show you. You notice I'm spending all my stamina by running, and eventually it's gonna end. The character has a seat. It only gets back up once he fully recovers, so you gotta be careful about really managing your stamina. Oh, come on. Where's she going? Come back here. Let's consume. Nom 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 nom. Get a couple of more G-Cals there, but too bad we got a whole bunch of garbage as well. Oh, there's one of the names. Oh, that's gonna be a little bit of a problem, that one right there. I do not wish to consume this one because I don't want to stack myself with trash so that I can get whatever loot's gonna come off the off that named monster. The problem is that monsters do respawn, which is why it's like if you really want to play for the objectives and all that, you just gotta look at the map on the top right hand corner and you gotta follow that question mark, not question mark, that exclamation mark that you have at the very top of the map. Jesus. I really want to put the hurting on this guy though. Wow, it's still not easy at my level here. But I think you guys get a pretty good idea of what the game is all about. How do you guys like it? Me personally, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. This game is only going to come out in Europe on the 21st of March. Not exactly sure when it's coming out on the US. I believe it is a PlayStation 3 exclusive at this point. Which is one of the reasons why I really do like the fact that I have a... Oh, crap! I really do like the fact that I have the PlayStation because it seems to get all of these more weird Japanese games. And I would like to tell you just something. It's a very, very minor spoiler. Like, I don't think it's even going to matter to your experience in the game at all. But I would very much like to tell you this thing because it was a really big WTF moment for me in the story. But basically... So we fought a boss. I'm not going to tell you guys which boss it was. But we were fighting a boss in the game. And when we get to that particular boss, we break down the pillar that was there. And that allows the witch to come and meet us. Oh, I'm going to consume you. Oh yeah, eat the named monster. Eat it! Except it doesn't really seem like you actually dropped anything. Maybe I should have just killed it. But anyways, as I was saying, we kill the boss, we break the pillar that enables the witch who is controlling us, so to speak, to get summoned. And what happens then is that she starts kicking the boss that we had just defeated. Yeah, I said killed, but we actually defeated. We didn't really kill the boss. She starts kicking the boss around. They start giving this really, like, of course, the animations in the game didn't actually show it, but they start giving this really intricate description of what is happening, like, oh, she's vomiting blood, and all these things are happening, and I was like, wow, the witch is really sadistic, and she just keeps on kicking the boss that we had killed, and then she turns it into a rat, okay? She turned it into a rat, and after turning it into a rat, she summons 3 horny mice to rape her. And I was like, what the hell? That's insane. That was insane. And I think that a little bit later on, they actually serve the rat to you so that you can eat it for dinner. So yeah, that's kind of like what you can expect in terms of how off the wall the story in this game gets. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been really fun so far. I think I spent like 4 or 5 hours with the game. I got through the first chapter, and I'm currently working on the second one. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to keep playing it. You guys let me know what you guys think about it. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. As per usual, leave me your comments, feedback, all the kinds of good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.